You might be discouraged that you'll never be a millionaire. Probably because you barely make minimum wage. What if I told you that you could actually be a millionaire in spite of your poor wages? How would that be possible when all odds are stacked against you? The global economic crisis, high cost of living, and the personal circumstance of your life? Well, you're in luck because in today's video, we'll discuss the ways to become a millionaire even with a poor salary. Here's a story that introduces our first lesson. Centuries ago, legend has it that there was an emperor in China who learned about chess and was so impressed by this game that he offered the game's inventor one wish, anything he wanted. The inventor humbly replied that he just wanted rice. Not that he wanted a plate of steaming rice, but that the emperor in all his grace would give him rice in a particular order on the chessboard. 1 grain of rice on the first square of the chessboard, then 2 grains on the second, 4 on the third, and someone doubling all the way through to the 64th black and white square. The emperor quickly agreed, smirking, thinking that this was such a silly and simple request. But by the 30th square alone, the emperor's debt had amounted to over 1 billion grains of rice. By the time he reached the 64th square, the emperor owed him 18 quintillion grains of rice, bankrupting the entire kingdom. Whether the story is true or not, you see the point. This is why Einstein said, compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. So take advantage of the power of compounding. That's how you grow your wealth. Check out our previous videos to learn about the snowball effect. But what would you do if you saw the stock market crash 50% tomorrow? You can't time the market, and your best bet is just to continue investing for the long term, regardless if the market goes up or down. When you think that you can time the market, you're making 2 bold guesses. 1, that you know when the market has reached the bottom and you got out exactly at the same time. And 2, you know when the market is going back up and you buy in at very near the bottom. And according to my calculations, when it comes to predicting the future, the odds are not in your favor. The University of Michigan conducted a study that measured returns from 1963 to 2004 and found out that 96% of the positive returns over that period came from just 0.85% of trading days. Separately, one of the top equity analysts in the world, Andrew Stotz, observed a 10-year period from November 2005 through October 2015 and ran the data through several simulations and concluded that if you missed the 10 best market days over this specified 10-year period, you would stand to lose on average 66% of the gains you would have captured by staying in the market. When the market moves up, it will move up very quickly. And if your money is on the sidelines, you'll risk missing out on some of the best days the market has to offer. So, stop trying to time the market and stop panicking. Savings. It's important to put some money away for the rainy day. If you have a positive cash flow, you have money left over. If you have negative cash flow, then you're falling into debt. For every 5% of extra income that you save, you can retire multiple years earlier. Check this out. Let's say your monthly income is $2,000. If your cash flow is $0 or negative, meaning your expenses are $2,000 or more, then you'll never be financially free. You'll need to work until the day you die, unless you're a trust fund darling or something. However, if you save $2,000 every month and you can maintain this $0 lifestyle after retirement, you will be a millionaire in nearly 42 years from now. But who the heck has $0 in expenses? Simple, right? Here's where it gets fascinating. If you have expenses between $0 and $5,000, so a positive cash flow, after saving enough, you can make your money work for you and snowball it into future income. And when that future income can cover your living expenses, you're golden. Save more, and it's possible that for just 5% more effort, you can shave off more than 8 years that you need to work. The average American spends nearly $18,000 every year on non-essential items. Buy less of what you don't need, stick to the basics, and you're on track to the $1 million mark. The Millionaire Track. Note that the rich use guideline automation to track their expenses, not by accounting for every penny spent on the most trivial things. With guideline automation, you automatically deposit your paychecks into your checking account, and each month, you automatically transfer the amount you want to save into a savings account, and the amount you want to spend into a spending account. My spending account includes my fixed monthly bills, typical living expenses, etc. Set spending targets for food, entertainment, travel, shopping, etc. And at the end of the month, you automatically know what you didn't use, because that's the money left over in your spending account, which you either can invest with, save, or roll over to the next spending month. Water the plants. So, back to income. A good number of today's millionaires started with nothing. Many of them from even poor families, but they all have something in common. Nearly all of them had multiple income streams, anywhere from 3 to 7%. There are two main benefits to having more than one income stream. One is you reduce your dependency on any single one, including your full-time job. You might think your full-time job is safe and secure, but it's actually much riskier than you think, because the moment your boss says those dreaded words, "You're fired," you're financially ruined. Two, you can supercharge your cash flow formula, but there will always be a limit to how little you can live off of. Even eating nothing but instant noodles and drinking water requires money. But if you manage to earn just a little bit more, even $50 a week, your cash flow will increase substantially. To earn more money, you could do the traditional thing. Do a bit of overtime. Ask for a raise, get extra qualifications and get a better job, or start a side hustle. Hustles are a great way to make extra money. Depending on the side hustle you start, it will require you to work an extra couple of hours every few days, but trust me, it will be worth it in the end. Maybe starting a new income stream is the last thing on your mind because you're under a lot of high interest debt, which, by the way, the total debt owed by the average American is over $90,000. So, instead of paying off a bunch of debt and bills separately, what if you could consolidate your debt with a personal loan at a smarter interest rate that only requires one fixed monthly payment and has a super clear payoff date? Sounds cool, right? Beyond the wealth. You don't just become a millionaire from perfecting this cash flow formula. There's one other secret you should have up your sleeve. Investing in your positive cash flow is the key ingredient to building wealth, but it's vital you do it correctly. I'll show you the easiest way to get started. But first, here's the mistake that you absolutely need to avoid. You've probably heard a lot about day trading, where people analyze charts, buying and selling 20 different times a day, hoping it goes up, thinking it's really exciting and is the key to getting rich. But here's what they don't tell you. 90% of day traders lose money. Be the investor that's focused on the fundamentals of a company, analyze its intrinsic value, and make sure that the investment made sense both quantitatively and qualitatively. Learn about investing. That means you have to actively seek out knowledge. One thing that you need to realize is nothing deserves to get a chunk of your money more than yourself. The wealthy love to educate themselves to gain information because of the value they get down the line. And thankfully, you're doing the same thing right now by watching this free video. Even when it comes to reading a book that you have to buy for $5, you're essentially downloading decades worth of knowledge from the author for just a few bucks. Nobody is perfect. Always remember that nobody is perfect. Some investments will fail miserably, such as Lehman Brothers, which the company collapsed during the 2008 financial crisis, and the countless others that have collapsed over the years. But if your investments are well diversified, it would lessen the impact of a single bad trade. Just stay on course and don't give up. Eventually, you'll get there. Thanks for watching this video. If you learned something, do leave a like, share our video, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos. See you next time. Stay tuned.